Hello everyone, welcome to Oracle message for 26th March 2016. A lot of cards show up today, so I'm going to just tell you the names of the card and start building up the message that I'm getting intuitively after seeing the cards here. The cards is creative expression, the seven pillars of wisdom, the cooperation card, then black mage and marriage. So what the cards are saying today is that be individual first today, at least for today. Look out for yourself, look out for your creative energies. Try to satisfy your own expression, especially this creative expression card is telling that try to satisfy your own creative expression. Do not worry about what's happening with others. Do not worry about satisfying others. You need to satisfy yourself once in a while. If you don't satisfy yourself, you would not have that passion to live your life in a healthy way. So you need to be a more individualistic person, at least for today. I don't say you do that every day because you live in a society, you have to live with everyone, you have to live in harmony. But there are certain days where you have to look for your own self and change your life to follow a spiritual path. Probably this unique satisfaction that you are looking should come from a spiritual dimension. Each one of us have our spiritual experiences in different ways. So we need to look for that and spend our time in satisfying ourselves through that energy. For me, doing tarot reading is almost a spiritual dimension for myself. For you, it could be painting. For you, it could be just walking in a garden. Do that by all means. Spirituality doesn't mean that you have to visit a religious structure or meet a priest or a religious person and spend time with them. All the spirituality is within your own self. It's not outside. So don't start associating yourself with any kind of spiritual body in the external environment. That could be a instrument, but ultimately you need to look out for spirituality within your own self. I'm not denying that anything outside is bad, but that could be just an instrument in a long run for you to find your own spirituality. And if you feel that today, in the present stage, wherever you stand in your life, that instrument is also helpful, by all means, spend your time with that religious priest or that religious organization. But do remember that that's not the goal to get accepted there. The goal is to find your own spirituality. The reason why I mentioned this because there was a time when I was in some other country, not in India, but I lived in some other country before coming to Finland for quite number of years, maybe 2.5 or 3 years. And I got associated with one particular Hindu religious group. And I realized that being a Hindu, I don't have to prove myself to that group that I'm a Hindu according to their definition. I don't have to prove this to anyone. Of course, they taught me a lot of spiritual stuff, but then I don't have to change myself to fit in their definition of Hindu. That was one thing that I constantly struggled there. And very soon I realized maybe I spent 6 times with that association, 6 out of 2.5 years of living there. And I found them very early in my stay, maybe after 2 or 3 months, because their activities or get togethers or kirtans used to happen next door where I used to live. So in very much in the next building. So I discovered them very early during my stay. But after 6 months I realized that I need to satisfy myself rather than satisfy their definition. So I started maintaining my distance from that place after that. So that's the reason why I try to warn you. But if you feel that, because for those 6 months, they actually were a good instrument for me to realize my own spiritual path. At least for first 2 or 3 months, I learned a lot of things there. After that, it was a struggle, a constant debate whether I need to change myself completely to be with them. And there was a lot of pressure. So that was the debate. And then I realized that I need to maintain my distance. So that was little off track, but coming back to the reading, try to spend some time as an individual to find your own spirituality today, and also try to develop a vision for your future, how your spirituality is going to help people around you, or how you can cooperate with other people, still be a spiritual person. Like sometimes it happens that when you start spirituality, the burden is so much because people around you are totally different. The way you are seeing the world and the way they are seeing the world, the vision is so different. You sometimes feel that burden that you cannot live with them and you should get separated from them and start living on your own. And that's not the answer. You cannot cut your cords with at least the society, because at the end of the day you have to live with them, you have to pay your bills, you have to work somewhere, you constantly meet new people. So don't cut your cords. Try to find a common ground where you can still be spiritual and still spend time with other people. That's what the cards are telling. Reflect upon it, because nothing's going to happen today in one day. It's not going to happen, but today the thought process should be in this direction. And also try to bring in that change, that you cannot be 100% spiritual right now in this stage of your life, because you have to connect with the society, because spirituality is almost like living in the super consciousness. And when you start living in super consciousness, nothing matters in your reality. So you cannot do that at this stage. So try to find that change which brings out balance on both the sides. You are connecting with the supernatural, but you are still living the Maya, living in this Maya, because this Maya is all about superficial things. So you need to give importance to both the sides, both supernatural and superficial things. And don't be afraid to make commitments because of staying connected with the supernatural. I think this message is pointing towards few particular individuals who are watching this channel regularly and who are trying to be very spiritual, and they're little confused right now, and they just don't understand how to maintain that balance, and they have that generating that commitment phobia somehow, that if they commit to something they would be tied up with that forever and they cannot live their spiritual life. And the answer is you can do both. That's how this earth was designed and this system was designed, because as long as you are living here, you have to respect the veil. You cannot know everything, but once your time here is over, once your purpose here is over, then you will move on to a different destination, and where probably the veil would not be there and you will be more closer to your spirituality and your supernatural aspect. So, till the time you are here, respect the veil. Don't try to cross that because that will be painful for you. Try to find balance, try to commit to people if they seek commitment from you. Don't resist yourself. That's the message for today. And it's a pretty long message. Pretty, I don't know, all the readings that I'm doing today, recording today, are coming from somewhere else, and it's really taxing. So I'm not going to record any further today, and I'm going to take a break. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please give me your feedback because it's very important. Because the readings that I did just now, I finished reading for Libra April month. I finished reading for Aries, and I just did this reading. All the readings were special. I don't know. I could, maybe my powers are growing. I don't know. I don't want to think about all those things because I want to respect that veil, and I don't want to get this into my head that there is some special ability somewhere which is trying to connect through me to all of you guys. I don't want that message to overpower my brains that I stopped respecting people. It does happen, and I go through that phase, and very quickly I realize that okay, now something is going wrong with me. I'm losing my humility. I'm using my sense of surrendering to the universe. I'm losing that ability, and very quickly when I realize, I start chanting more. I start connecting with the universe more. So it happens to every one of us. And because today I did some special meditation, maybe that's the reason why I'm getting special messages. Whatever it is, over a period of time, your feedback will tell me. So do give me your feedback. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye bye.